So Angular is ready. Over the last year, there's been a lot of improvements, but at the same time, we have no longer been in the mode where we've been waiting for, like, when is this thing is going to work, when is this thing. It's being ready for production. And I have a question for all of you, which is, what amazing things are you going to build with it? And the reason this question really stands out to me is that, so I'm the CTO of Rangleio, and at Rangleio, what we do is we help our clients build amazing web applications. We currently 170 people. We're a company based out of Toronto, but we work globally. A lot of our clients are in the United States, some in Europe. We work across the full life cycle of the application. We work, we have 100 Angular developers. So I want to say a few words about our journey. So Rangleio and Angular, I could say we sort of grew up together. So when Rangleio started, this was our amazing office, that was our one window. And at the time, Angular was not really that well known yet. And I mean, it existed for already a year, but it was not really that well known. So the first thing that we did, the first thing that our founder did is really invest a lot of effort in promoting Angular in Toronto. I mean, we started a JavaScript meetup before we actually even had that one window. And as soon as we could, we started investing in an Angular community globally. I mean, when we were 5 people, we signed up to be a top-line sponsor of NGConf, which was a little crazy. We've been a premier sponsor of this conference for 3 years. We have done a lot of contributions to open source. We've really made a big effort to just sort of grow with the community. Now, but back to 2014, so we were at the time growing. We have taken over like half of that amazing giant building, and then Igor stood up on a stage in one of those European conferences and told us about all of the things that are going to be gone in Angular 2, and mentioned that Angular 2 might be ready in a couple of years. So we're like, thank you, Igor, because our clients started calling us basically the same day, and they were not calling us to tell us that they wanted to sign up for more Angular projects. The people were scared, right? So what we decided to do, though, is that we felt like, well, we understood the rationale for this change. I mean, we were already busy telling clients why not to be going dollar scoping and why to be moving to sort of better ways of doing Angular 1 at least. So we decided to go all in on this. And we said, like, this change needs to happen. We want to be part of the solution. So over the course of the next couple of years, we have really gone all in. We have worked with Angular team on Augury, the debugging tool. We have done a lot of training. We have jumped into doing Angular 2 projects way before Angular 2 was cool. It was well in pre-beta times. We also we did a lot of consulting and training. We incidentally wrote an Angular 2 book, as in just at some point we looked at our training materials and we're like, oh, this looks like a book. And I know some people have come up to us and said that they've learned Angular using, and it really warms my heart to know this. So it's been fun times, but now it's here, right? Angular is ready, and we're really excited about what we ended up with, right? The Angular team has done an amazing job. It's now stable. The performance is stellar. It's so easy to get started. And at the same time, what we've also loved about it is the fact that it actually maintains flexibility, right? I mean, people say it's an opinionated framework, but you actually have a lot of flexibility. We have found lots of opportunities at times to swap components in and out. At some point, we provided some of our clients with our own, for instance, server-side rendering solution, and it was not that difficult. At Rangleio, we take a somewhat different approach at Angular at times. We focus very strongly on functional programming because we find that simplifies tremendously unit testing and test-driven development. We use Redux or NGRX very heavily, and again, so that's one thing we've been really appreciating is that flexibility. But now what's next? It's ready. We can use it. So one of the things we found is that over the course of this last 2 years, our focus has been shifting. Clients no longer come to us asking us, please help us get started. It's a lot easier to do that now. I mean, with CLI, you just sort of, you install it, you type a couple of commands, you are started. The documentation is so much better. increasingly people are coming to us as saying that they want to build big, amazing things, right? So, and that has required us to shift to different questions. I mean, partly it's about using all of those cool features that are now coming out, like, server-side rendering, PWAs, but it's also about figuring out how to scale applications, how to scale agile, how to run an application that is being built by dozens of people as opposed to by 2 people, as opposed to by 10 people. So we have clients where we have multiple Scrum teams working, sort of using scaled agile. We have clients where our consultants work pairing with 100 developers on their side. It also has required us to think a lot more about what is it that we're building. So as a company, we have invested a lot more into design, into product strategy, and we now offer clients consulting across all of those things. So we have this vastly expanded scope now, really looking to not just help clients get started, but helping them build amazing things, build the right things. And so this takes me back to the question, what amazing things will you build? And please come and talk to us about this at our booth and have some coffee on us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yuri.